Is Pokemon going through a correction phase? Is it crashing? Maybe. We don't know. Let's take a look at some of these products today and see what everything is doing at the moment. So recently there was a reprint or restock, yeah, most likely a reprint of Distant Rivals booster boxes on Pokemon Center. You could also, I think the booster bundles were also on sale, and sleeved boosters. And let's take a look. So prices have definitely been dropping from this full 446 now to the 423 and then under 400. There's even some sales for 370, 370, 370. Somewhat of a, you can call recovery or dead cat bounce, whatever. 384, 381. So when supply comes out, you can see prices dropping. And yeah, that's just how the market works. Distant Rivals is still in print. I mean, it's only been a couple of months. It's not even close to a year. So yeah, things can happen. Reprints come through. Could be another reprint wave coming through, and this could drop further. Remember, you have to wait for at least 2 years, maybe 3 years sometimes, and especially with popular sets, there's a high chance that it's gonna get reprinted because Pokemon sees that there's an opportunity and that there's demand for it. So now it's 400, but not too much of a drop, sort of from 454 to 400. And let's take a look at the sets. Still a very healthy total set value, I have to say, 2,500, which is not bad at all. It's still the strongest main set in Scarlet and Violet. I think Black Bolt and White Flare are a bit. Let's just check that. I think the Black Bolt and White Flare set values are a bit. I think it's around the 2,500 to 3,000 region. Let's take a look. Yeah, Black Bolt is 2,979 because of the Sesame Toad, 215, and then the Solosis, $52. Illustration rare cards more expensive than some special illustration rares, just because of artist and a meme. Okay, so the Victini is 484, 421. So, and then what was this? Wait, just want to check my flare. 2,600. Okay. So Distant Rivals full set value is currently lower than White Flare and Black Bolt, and it's also lower than Prismatic Evolutions. But still, in terms of main sets, if we just talk about main sets, Distant Rivals is the highest and the strongest, and we have Mewtwo, the most expensive card, 548. Remember, previously it was 300 something, eh? So now this card has really been getting a lot of attention, and it's now 548. Let's take a look. It shows the TCG player. Okay, eBay is 573, TCG 549, card market 641. That is crazy. Not too bad, not too bad. Could it be a $1,000 card soon? Perhaps. But because of the reprints, you're definitely gonna see singles suffering, because every single day there's more of these cards being opened. So these cards might take a hit. Sealed products were a bit more resilient to reprints, because when reprints come through, people still open. There's a large portion which opens the product, so every single day there's supply of these seals dropping every single day as more and more people open these sealed products. Yes, at each point in a reprint, the supply jumps up almost like a step, so steps jump up and then slowly decreases as more and more people opens the product. And then once the reprint cycle stops, then the price increases. Well, Distant Rivals definitely is gonna see some pressure on its price because of the reprint, but long term, not really worried. Let's take a look at other products and how they're doing in the market at the moment. So let's take a look at Prismatic Evolutions. 134, it's still in that 134, 120 to 130 region. There's been some sales for 123. There's a rumored restock reprint happening in October, so maybe that's why people are kind of concerned and not buying as much. But still, 134 for Prismatic Evolutions, not bad. And let's take a look at the set value. I think it's closing in on 5,000 if I remember correctly. Yes, 4,913. The Sambriani is 1,146. Sylveon is closing in on 400. Roaring Moon closing in on 300. Definitely the strongest set. So it's the strongest set because now I'm including holiday sets, specialty sets, and main set wise strongest set is Destined Rivals. So Prismatic, even though it's struggling a bit, but yeah, it's still hanging over there. And right now we almost close to a year. I mean, it launched in January and we're in October now. So next year, October, we're close to 2 years. But let's take a look at other sealed Prismatic Evolution products and take a look. Okay, let's just skip these. Okay, Booster Bundle 62. There's been several restocks of and reprints of these, $62. Booster Bundle display is still 1,345, so it's still very strong. Prismatic Evolutions Booster Box and Booster Pack, $8, still double MSRP. And then Elite Trainer Box 134, Money 10 display 194, Money 10s, and then Pokemon exclusive, Pokemon Center exclusive 402. It's nice. And then poster collection 29, seems to be struggling somewhat. And then we have the figure collection which was just launched recently, $200. And then we have the SBC 323. So prices are almost not really moving at the moment. Maybe there is some concern of the market, and that is why, yeah, things are just staying almost the same. So until the reprints stop, I don't think we're gonna see big movements. Probably once, you know, as we get more, as the set gets older and older, that Pokemon needs to focus on other sets. So maybe next year we'll see these slowly climbing, because it's just such a strong set. And this is the newest product. Dropped all the way from 249 to 195 because I suppose supply came out, and now people are trying to buy it up. 201. Yeah, so it's not going to be easy to print this because you got to print the figure, whatever they. Yes, the figure, and you got to print the pen and the promos, and then in packs. So it's generally a bit. I'm assuming it's going to be a bit more difficult to, produce this product. Taking a look at other booster boxes. So this box is definitely taking a hit. It was 300, now back to 279, and there's some sales for 265. So, oh yeah, this is the meme. Jumped all the way to what, 63, and now it's dropping all the way down to like 42, and we may see this go further down. We'll go back to the 10, yeah, very likely. At the moment it's still chilling at the $49 region, but soon I think it's gonna be 40 and then 30. Yeah, so overall it seems like there's some slowdown and some just pullback from quite a few of these products. And yeah, you just gotta be watching out. And if you're worried about the cash, remember there was another short video I created. There's just 3 things you're gonna be focusing on, and that is, firstly, don't go over budgets. Set a budget and don't go over that for Pokemon. Look at what your income is, what your expenses are. That gives you a disposable income, and then determine a percentage of that disposable income that you're gonna use to invest or buy Pokemon. Don't be overweight in Pokemon. So always question you ask yourself is, if your Pokemon investments goes to 0, how would it impact your life? If it's gonna impact your life and you're gonna be in a position that you won't be able to pay bills or rent, then you're overweight in Pokemon, and probably you're gonna look to cut down. Not telling you to panic sell at the moment, but something for you to really consider. If we recover again, yeah, just try to readjust the weights. And then the second one is really to try to focus on sealed products, because normally when there's a correction, the snaps go down first, and then you singles. Well, it goes down. It doesn't really go down first, but snaps are usually impacted the most, and then you got the singles, and then the sealed also gets impacted, but not to a large extent, not to that drastic extent. So yeah, be careful out there, and I'll catch you next one.